Hey, what's up, parents? Thank you so much for connecting with us and partnering with us. Our mission here at Element Student Ministries is to love students, develop leaders, and share the gospel. We love students by making sure that they have a mentor that is connecting with them, calling them to something greater, and caring for them. We want that leader to listen to them, encourage them, sometimes even correct them. And that's how we make sure we're loving students. We develop leaders by making sure we're not just a place to entertain kids, but we want to challenge them to grow and make sure we're teaching them to have influence in their generation. And then we share the gospel by making sure everything we do is centered around Jesus and developing the relationship with God. At the end of the day, we want to make sure that we are a community to belong to and that we are building lasting faith in your students. Everything kicks off for us this fall, September 16th. That gives everyone a few weeks to adjust to the change in seasons and figure out everything that's going on with all of the newness that this fall is going to bring in those challenges. But we could not be more excited. Doors are going to open at 6:30 p.m. Service will start at 7 p.m. And then after service, we are going to throw a huge after party celebration to kick off this fall season. We're going to have a ton of food, we're going to have ice cream, games and activities, and that'll go till 9:30 p.m. We will be there in full force, our whole volunteer team ready to minister to your students. Well, as we kick off, you probably want to know how we're handling the COVID-19 situation. It absolutely breaks my heart to hear and to know that so many of our students have already heard that they are not going to be in person in their schools. And so we are committing as a youth group to do everything we can to be constant in gathering in person so long as that we're allowed to. Now, we've made some changes, and the biggest one of that is we are moving, at least for this fall season, from our youth facility in the loft to our church facility in main sanctuary. That is going to allow us to social distance properly, and we've already got all the equipment there necessary to make sure that we're following all the precautions. Masks are going to be required this year, just as we do on Sunday morning. We're going to want students to enter with their mask until they get to their seats where they can take those off, and then once they're in their groups in smaller pods of 8 to 12, we'll allow students to have those masks off so they can have community and conversation without being hindered by those. On top of our regular midweek programming, one of the things I'm most excited about is the return of our Element Student Leadership Team. That team exists to take students that are hungry to go a little bit deeper and want to grow in their faith a little bit further. It gives them the opportunity to do that as we meet an additional 2 times per month. The student leadership team meets every other Sunday after the Sunday morning service together. It's from 12:30 to 2:30. We feed them. There is a small cost to cover some of the supplies and that food. I'm really excited in the new curriculum that we're going to be diving in. It really takes a look at making sure students feel comfortable discussing their faith and defending their faith amongst their peers. It's so critical that students have the ability to understand why they believe what they believe and be able to articulate that. In addition, our students are going to be hands-on more than ever this year as we divide them into specific teams. They're going to be helping run and contribute to various aspects of our ministry. You can register your student by going online. There'll be links in the description below, and you can also register at our Church Center app. Now, normally we are very cautious about filling up families' calendars with events because we know how busy families can be. However, we've noticed that as things have been a little bit more spread apart, students can become a little bit more disconnected, and that begins to fracture the relationships. And we know that relationships are so vital to engagement. Let's be honest, your students want to be a part of the church family when their friends are there. We get that. So we're really excited to be intentional about putting some Connect events on our calendar. The first event that we are so excited for is our road rally. We've done these in the past and they're absolutely fan favorites. Students love these. It's going to be October 3rd, Saturday afternoon. We're going to need your help, parents, as they drive that Saturday afternoon. And then when it's all done, we're going to have a huge bonfire to celebrate and have fun afterward. You can find more information on the link below and checking that on your Church Center app as well. Well, hey parents, thank you again so much for taking the time to connect and stay in the loop of what's going on. Please do not hesitate to connect with me. My cell phone information, my email is all going to be provided to you. I would love to connect with you on an an individual basis. And then in addition, we are going to have a Zoom meeting for parents to connect and talk about any questions or concerns you may have together. That's happening September 22nd at 8 p.m. You can register for that on the Church Center app, and then we'll provide you that Zoom code information. We're doing it a little bit later because we want you guys to have time to have a Wednesday where your student attends, and then maybe follow up with any questions you have after that first event. Well, hey, in the meantime, there's lots of easy ways to stay connected. Make sure you're following us on our Facebook page at Element Student Ministries, our Instagram page at ESM Students. On our YouTube page, if you want to see our midweek live, you can connect there, Element Student Ministries, and make sure you're getting those text updates by texting ESM to 586-200-1785. That's all we got for now. We'll see you guys next time.